Hey, how you doing out there, Guitar Heroes? Okay, well, we're going to be talking about a little trick on a special fingering with the A chord, if you don't know it already. And it's a tool that I've used for many years to speed up the transition from a E to an A to a D or reverse back the other direction. And it's pretty common, these three examples that I played, Tom Petty, You Wrecked Me, John Mellencamp, ROCK in the USA, or Neil Diamond, Cherry Cherry, very, very similar. And then we have Van Morrison and Gloria. All these are just going back and forth between an E, an A, and a D, and back and forth. But the key here to getting this speed is how you have your index finger positioned. So let's zoom in and check out this little technique. All right, let's check out this technique of keeping the index finger anchored when we're using an A, a D, and an E chord. And we're moving back and forth between those three. So if we start with just determining what does an A chord look like when I'm using this technique. Well, first of all, I'm going to take my index finger and I'm going to put it on the G string. And then I'm going to put the other two fingers on the either side. Now you'll notice that's different from a 1, 2, 3 that you typically play an A chord. Okay, we're going to put that center one here, and this is the little trick associated with it. I'm going to put a finger on either side of that, and then I'm going to be able to play it this way. Okay, now the reason that this works is because when I go to a D chord, the finger's already in the right spot. It doesn't even have to move. See how just these two fingers are moving? Okay, and then if I want an E chord, I just slide it up one and then lay those two fingers down. Okay, and that makes all the difference to be able to keep your speed up. And these three examples fast. But that's all there is to it. Just simply get used to using this form when you've got one of these three chord intros, which has got some speed, and these three songs all have that. In fact, there's actually four of them. We got John Mellencamp, ROCK in the USA. We got Neil Diamond, Cherry Cherry, which is a very similar intro and chord progression. And then of course we have Tom Petty, Don't Wreck Me. And that's all there is to it. Now, you might say, well, geez, do I use that then all the time? Well, I don't use that form all the time. There's actually 3 different versions, maybe 4 versions of how to use that A chord. So, normally when you get started, the guitar teacher is going to say, okay, use these 3 strings, right? And keep your thumb on this thing because we don't want to hear the big E. We just want to hear those, okay? Well, another thing you can do is start with your third or your second, third, and fourth finger, which makes it's a little easier for me to do that. Then I leave this finger open. Oh, sorry, I was on the wrong string there. So we've got that version, and then of course you have the one finger version. Normally don't hit the little E string. That's normally going to be muted. So those are the 3 ways, but this is a good method to get used to, and this is really one of the first things I learned. The first guy that taught me anything with the guitar showed me that method. He didn't explain it the way I'm explaining it to you, but he just showed it to play an E that way or an A chord that way, and it certainly has made a lot of sense for me. So there you go. I hope you got something out of this lesson. Try this technique out and see what happens. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.